What if your whole life was really just a detailed video game? That's the idea behind simulation theory. The idea that reality might not be what we think it is. And in fact, it might be a simulation created by a super advanced intelligence. It's a wild thought, I know, but just hear me out. So think about how mind-blowing video games have gotten lately. They're so realistic. It's easy to get lost in the world. Now imagine taking that to the absolute extreme. A simulation so perfect that the people in it didn't realize they weren't real. Some people, even really intelligent people, think that those people could be us. But here's the mind-bending part. If we are living in a simulation, there's a chance that we might be able to find a way out. And that chance would be exploiting the use of glitches. Imagine finding a cheat code that gives you superpowers, or maybe discovering a door that leads to the outside world. A hidden Easter egg, if you will. If there are glitches in the system, we would want to look for things that don't make sense, or things that break the laws of physics in our reality. And those things could possibly be the glitches that we would need to get out, or at least communicate with the outside reality or the programmers. And the craziest thing about all of it is, if we were in a simulation, we wouldn't have no way of telling if we were or if we weren't. So it's one of them theories that's almost impossible to prove or disprove. However, there are certain things to look for, and that would be the glitches. Things that don't make sense. Some of those things include, in my opinion, deja vu, spectral encounters, cryptids, even UFOs. Because right now, according to our understanding, we don't know of any ways for us to travel that far. So for another species to travel that far, it almost breaks the bounds of what we're capable of, or what anything as far as our knowledge is capable of. So have you ever encountered any type of glitch in the system? I know I have. So there was a time, and this happened to me probably 3 times in my life, where I was sitting at a friend's house. It was my best friend, in fact, and he'd just gotten this laptop. This back in the early 2000s. He was playing on his laptop, and I was sitting there. I think I was like playing GameCube or something like that. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, I'm really thirsty. And it wasn't something that I expressed out loud. It was just a thought that I had, you know. And my friend looked up at me. He's like, well, Caleb, there's drinks out in the fridge if you want one. He's like, I got Pepsi. And I'm just like mind blown. I'm like, dude, what'd you just say? He's like, well, there's Pepsi out in the fridge if you want one. Go ahead and grab one. And I'm like, no, dude, I don't think you understand. Like, I didn't say nothing. He's like, oh, I thought I just heard you say you wanted a drink. I'm like, no, dude. I thought about it. Like, in my head, I was thinking I was thirsty. Like, I was like low-key freaked out. Like, how did he just pick up on that? See, with this simulation theory, there's a possibility that when we have these encounters, these things that happen that we can't explain, that we have no explanations for, that breaks the laws of physics, those might be the indicator that we are in fact living in a simulation. I know it's a crazy thing to think about, and sometimes it hurts our brains when we do think about it, but that is just another key, another clue that leads me to believe that we are in fact in a simulation. Because it's like we are bots here to gather information, right? Just collecting data. And that data is then going to be used and computed somehow by the programmers, the people that created us. But when we think about it, right? When we try to put our minds to it and try to think about it, it makes your head spin. Like your brain almost seems like it's about to like overload, right? It's just like too much. Almost as if our programming wasn't meant to handle that type of computation. Like we could crash our HDD. It's a crazy thing to think about. So let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the like and hit the follow, and I'll be here for another one real soon.